Hey everybody, hope you're all enjoying baseball day. Um, this is one of my favorite old poems, Casey at the Bat, A Ballad of the Republic, sung in the year 1888 by Ernest Lawrence Thayers. And this copy is illustrated by Christopher Bing. It's a Caldecott winner. It's a really cool collage art. Casey at the bat. The outlook wasn't brilliant for the Mudville Nine that day. The score stood 4-2 with but one inning more to play. And then when Chasey and Heath fell at first, and old Audrey did the same, a sickly silence fell upon the patrons of the game. A struggling few got up to go in deep despair. The rest clung to the hope that springs eternal in the human breast. They thought if only Casey could get a whack at that, we'd put up even money now, with Casey at the bat. But Quincy and Huck preceded Casey, as did also Jimmy Blake, and the former was a Lulu, and the latter was a cake. So upon the stricken multitude, grim melancholy sat, for there seemed but little chance of Casey getting to the bat. But Cooper and Quinn let drive a single to the wonderment of all, and Jonah and Grant, the much beloved, tore the cover off the ball. And when the dust had lifted, and they saw what had occurred, there was Brooklyn and Rice safe at second, Ford, Wood, and Oscar hugging third. And from 5,000 throats and more, there rose a lusty yell. It rumbled through the valley, and it rattled in the dell. It knocked upon the mountain, and recoiled upon the flat. For Casey, mighty Casey, was advancing to the bat. There was ease in Casey's manner as he stepped into his place. There was pride in Casey's bearing, and a smile on Casey's face. And when responding to the cheers, he lightly doffed his hat. No stranger in the crowd could doubt 'twas Casey at the bat. It looks like Kenneth Branagh. 10,000 eyes were on him as he rubbed his hands with dirt. 5,000 tongues applauded when he wiped them on his shirt. And while the riding pitcher ground the ball into his hip, defiance gleamed in Casey's eye. A sneer curled Casey's lip. And now the leather-covered sphere came hurtling through the air, and Casey stood a-watching in haughty grandeur there. Close by the sturdy batsman, the ball unheeded sped. "That ain't my style," said Casey. "Strike one," the umpire said. From the benches, black with people, there went up a muffled roar, like the beating of the storm waves on a stern and distant shore. "Get him! Get the umpire!" shouted someone on the stand, and it's likely they'd have got him, had not Casey raised his hand. With a smile of Christian charity, great Casey's visage shone. He stilled the rising tumult. He bade the game go on. He signaled to the pitcher, and once more the spheroid flew, but Casey still ignored it, and the umpire said, "Strike two!" "Fraud!" cried the maddened thousands, and echo answered, "Fraud!" One scornful look from Casey, and the audience was awed. They saw his face grow stern and cold. They saw his muscles strain, and they knew that Casey wouldn't let the ball go by again. Sneer is gone from Casey's lip. His teeth are clenched in hate. He pounds with cruel violence his bat upon the plate. And now the pitcher holds the ball, and now he lets it go, and now the air is shattered by the force of Casey's blow. Oh, somewhere in this favored land, the sun is shining bright. The band is playing somewhere, and somewhere hearts are light. And somewhere men are laughing, and somewhere children shout. But there is no joy in Mudville. Mighty Casey has struck out. The end. I hope you guys enjoy that. I always love this old poem. There's a Disney cartoon version of it that's really cool. That's what I saw when I was a kid, and it's just a great poem, great way to celebrate the season. Anyway, hope you're all doing great, and I will hopefully see you soon. Peace and love.